Hey, you guys.
It is Jaquana and
Byron.
we are the
Perfect Dexters.
Imperfect people.
Perfect for each other. So we got this video we want you to check out. So go ahead and watch it really quick and then we'll break it down afterwards.
I'm 39.
Okay. And Mac, what do you do?
I just started doing relationship counseling.
Okay.
Like, if you guys get into a disagreement, how do you handle it? Do you like give her the cold shoulder? Do you just go silent?
So
What do you
I'm
do?
gonna say this: like, if my woman get mad at me, we probably finna have sex. You know,
Okay.
first off.
Why'd you end up popping his balloon?
Because he went right to sexual, opposed to how do you communicate and, so.
Well, intimacy
You
is
can't
the
really
most important
answer.
thing in a relationship, because if you can't intimately satisfy your woman, then she gonna go around the corner or next door. You know what I'm saying? We out here looking for love. She seems like she needs some guidance. You know, she can't recognize the prize.
Wow.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Wasn't that crazy? But it was really good and it was necessary. I would have probably popped this balloon too.
Yeah.
Because his answer, the question was, if you get into a disagreement, how would you handle it? Like,
Yeah.
we're in a relationship, if we get in a disagreement, how would you handle it? How would you handle it?
First, let's acknowledge what he said.
What he said?
He said sex.
Sex.
That's how he handled his disagreements.
Wow.
And I think that I would definitely pop his balloon because I feel like you should communicate.
Yeah, definitely communicate. Communication is like one of the top things in a
Yeah.
relationship. We need to know how to talk to each other, how to diffuse situations, how to come into agreement when we have a disagreement.
Yeah, and I feel like when you just focus solidly on sex, you
Yeah.
just put a band-aid on a
Yeah.
wound you didn't clean. So I feel like
Mm.
cleaning that wound
Yeah.
is you having that conversation.
That's good because, like, we can have sex, but then after sex, you probably still be thinking about
Right.
the
Look,
disagreement.
I'm still mad.
You still mad. Like, it was good, but I'm still
Right.
mad about what happened
Right.
before we had sex.
Like I was saying.
Yes. So I know that sometimes, like, when we are maybe irritated or acting up, sometimes we'll think like, oh, I see what you need. You might
Right.
need some sex. You know what I'm saying? But not when there's like just a disagreement.
Yeah.
It's some way, some shape, some form. We need to come into agreement
Right.
or have some type of understanding.
Mhm.
Because scripture says to dwell with her in knowledge, according to knowledge. So I need to know you.
Right.
I need to know how you think, how you
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
And we're not going to know that if we don't communicate with each other.
Yeah, and I think sometimes what can mess it up is when you start off the relationship with sex and
Yeah.
you don't get to grow in knowledge of her. So whatever, when you do that and you get married, all of that bubbles over.
Yeah.
So like if that's your answer before you get married, when you get married, it's gonna bubble over
Yeah.
into your marriage.
That's
So
right.
like with us, we waited to kiss to our wedding day, so we had no other choice but to get to know each other.
We built friendship.
And we communicated. So when we got
Wow.
married, that bubbled over to
That's
our marriage.
good.
So
That's good.
how
So-
you start off is important.
That is because, like you said, we started off building friendship with constant communication. Like, she had me like it was an interview. Like, I'm at an interview for a job. Like, am I gonna get hired or not? Like, that's how I was, and I'm like, wow. I'm glad that she's asking these questions. So now I know to even be thinking about these questions, so I can come with some answers. But in the beginning, like, we built that friendship. That was our foundation. So.
Yeah.
We can always fall back on that friendship. Anytime like some issues may have, we can always fall back on the friendship and ultimately the Lord.
That's the center.
The Lord is the center of our relationship, not sex.
Yeah.
Sex is good. Sex is just a benefit of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
communication, I wouldn't say that's a benefit. It's like
Tool.
a tool, but you know.
You need to learn how to use.
Exactly. So we have this tool of communication, and I think that this young man has to grow in that communication, so that he can have the relationship that he's supposed to have.
Yeah.
And then he can have all the sex he wants. But we just want to get on and really quick and just talk about that tool, being intimate, even in our conversation.
Yes, that's a great level of intimacy.
It
is
is.
the conversation,
It
you know.
is. Like that starts the sexual, the sexual intimacy when we start talking and we start communicating and we come into that agreement, and then the touching and the feeling begin to happen.
Yeah.
But let's be intimate in our conversations by coming into an agreement.
That's good. So y'all let us know what y'all think
What
about
you
the video.
think? Put it in the comments so we can read it. God bless you. We love you. We are the Poindexters. See you next time.